Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow down 55, Nasdaq's off 53, S&Ps are off 15.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Teddy Kekstadt, as we do each and every Wednesday at 40 past the hour. You can find Teddy every trading day, folks, at forextrading.unlocked. Teddy Kekstadt, what's going on, brother?
Morning, guys.
Morning, Teddy.
Well, we get a lot of movement in these currency markets, that's for sure.
We have a U.S. dollar rally going on right now.
Yeah. Well, I just saw it, that index just hit the October high, so we'll see what if that baby's going to hold. What do you think?
I think that the U.S. dollar rally is going to push on into the next couple days right now.
Okay.
I mean, you have U.S. dollar Swiss, which is right below parity, so I like the 99.75 and 99 quarter strike prices for you want to trade like the Nadex. If you're looking at those levels.
Yes.
You're definitely going to, I think, breach the parity level. And then once you get above there, I mean, as far as a target, I would say maybe you get to a buck 0.50 maybe, you know, and before you see a little sell-off, you know, which is most likely going to happen at that point. But this dollar rally is probably going to push into the end of the week right now.
And what are you thinking on the yen?
On the yen, I think that the yen is going to be under pressure. I think the U.S. dollar yen's probably got a good shot at probably making a climb back up to the 113 level if this dollar rally holds, because this is against all the majors right now. This is not just a one-on-one currency thing. This is just a dollar against everything. Because you look at the euro-U.S. dollar right now with everything that's going on with the Italian government and the budget, they can't balance it.
Sure.
So the euro-U.S. dollar isn't under pressure because of that, the budget issue, because that's not the biggest issue over there in the EU. It's the dollar right now, which is a thing.
Yeah, I know. It's intriguing, man. You know, a U.S. dollar basically is jamming a lot of markets around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the emerging markets forget. I mean, what happens, folks, is that we'll see where this baby goes, but you know, in India, the rupee, man, they've got killed. So, you know, it's pretty intense. I mean, we actually look at it. You know, what's intriguing when I just look at the index itself, Teddy, is that each time that we've actually get up to these levels, you know, there's been a seller up here. So I guess
Sure.
We'll see where this shakes out. But we've been here for a long period of time, even though folks, you know, say that the dollar's gone tremendously higher. Actually, when you look at it, it's like, okay, we've been sitting here. I think we've been sitting here for about 4 months now.
Absolutely. That's what we're doing, is we're just kind of buffering this area again. You know, so it's not like we're in uncharted territory. And I think if you look at the sell-off right now in the equity markets globally, and now you see the break that we've had in crude oil, which seems to be sustainable right now, versus, you know, 2 weeks ago everyone was crying for $100 oil. I mean, really, with the supplies that we have now in gasoline and oil, I don't think $100 is remotely a target for, you know, a good 6 months.
Well, yeah, and you know what's interesting is that the XLE, the large integrated oil equities, have been saying that for a long time. I mean, ExxonMobil and Chevron, they just couldn't move, man. And it's like, why? Every time I kept looking at them, saying to myself, and that was when oil was at 75.
Sure.
It's like, okay, you know, if Exxon and Chevron can't make money hand over fist at oil is 75, you know, the market is basically the market. Well, the market was right.
Yeah. And then we're back to 66 in a heartbeat, right?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. Totally. You know, when we're up at these levels, right? You know, if a bust through this level would really basically raise havoc in the euro, wouldn't it? You know.
Yeah, I think so. I think that the euro has a good chance of still getting back down into like the 108, 109 area.
Yep.
I think short term, I think 113, lower 113 handle is very likely over the next like couple days, definitely into Monday. But once you get down to that 108 level, that's when everybody starts crying for parity in the euro-US dollar. And the euro is just still ultimately too strong right now for it to get to those levels. So that's when you're going to see the real reversal of the dollar, where that's when the sell-off happens in the dollar and the other currencies get their bounce.
And what about the pound? I mean, you know, we've talked about this before, but I guess the pound is something that could come out of nowhere if they get any type of news with the Brexit, right?
Oh, for sure, for sure. I think short term that you're going to see the pound ride support a little bit back to the 129 down to maybe 128.50 level.
Okay.
But that's about it. I think that the Brexit thing is not about not negotiating. It's just a matter of closing things. And ultimately, we've seen between the EU and the UK is that they're working together. There's no obstruction, really. You know, it's just a matter of how to keep it balanced in lieu of everything else that they're dealing with as well.
The people in the UK got to be kind of flipped out, though. I mean, because from when Brexit first started to where it is now, they've lost a lot of value, man.
Sure.
You know, it's like, you know, it seems that I remember the pound many times, like you're talking about $1.50, $1.60, and it's laying down there in the low 20s. So
Sure.
it's like, okay, pretty wild.
Yeah.
That's also as the dollar turns right now. The dollar's been so strong.
Yes.
What happened? I mean, this is the first time that the strength in the dollar has existed over the past year, especially. I mean, you look at back 10, 15 years ago, no matter what the Federal Reserve did or the federal government did, they couldn't fight to protect the dollar under any circumstances, which was good for us. It helped our economy when it was weak because our exports were strong. Now we have a strong economy where our dollar, we're not trying to be dollar protectionist, and it's just a running bull, you know. So, and it's going to be key to watch our export numbers over the next couple months, how that may be affected.
Okay. Because I remember John Snow so well. Bottom line, folks, used to continually say, we want a strong dollar, and that's when the index went from 120 down to 80. It's like every time he yapped that he wanted a strong dollar, it kept getting lower and lower and lower.
Crazy.
It was bizarre. It
Yeah.
really was bizarre, man. You know, his rap would be that we always want a strong dollar, and it's like, okay, you know, so not too much action. So, hey, you get any workshops coming up? What are you doing?
Well, you know what? We had the FIA Expo last week. That was really good. And I am working on a couple events now. I'm working with the Nadex guys. I'm planning one and a couple other companies. So I'll definitely be filling you in on that one. We just started the chat room on StockTwits that just got approved the other day. So that's open now to interact with Forex trading and lot followers and stuff like that. So yeah,
Nice.
keep you posted on that. A lot of
Nice.
good things on the burner right now.
Well, you got a market for it, man. You got plenty to talk about.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's like the weather in Boston or Chicago, right? Wait a second,
Yeah, you
it's
guys
going
got
to change.
there's some bad weather heading their way, right?
Well, I get
That World Series game last night, they were at 40-degree temperatures to start the World Series,
Were
which is
they?
pretty intense. Yeah.
that 40 degrees holding a bat and
That's
hitting
what
it is
they're
cold.
talking about,
It's
the
cold.
pitchers,
Were they?
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it matters. Some of the pitchers, I mean, they're coming from L.A. Their coldest games were like 59 degrees, and you start the World Series, and it's in the 40s.
Yeah, it's freezing.
Yeah.
The ball doesn't press.
We would freeze in the 40s right now ourselves,
yeah.
for sure. We're not used to
now
that.
we're little babies.
We're not used to that at all, thank goodness.
40 used to be beautiful. 40 now would be
70's the
like,
new
give
40.
me a break.
Exactly.
I got frost this morning in Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, do ya? Okay. Well, listen, man, you have a great one, safe one. Look forward to speaking to you next week, Teddy.
Thanks, Tommy. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Eddie. Take care.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I coming right back. Dow's down 106, Nasdaq's off 61, S&P's are down 21. Come right back.